I am writing a new beginning. Now, God says, God message. Today, my beloved child, do you feel the gentle stirring within your spirit? A shift is unfolding, a sacred movement deep in your heart, awakening places you thought had long gone silent. This is not a mere echo of your past. It is the sound of a new beginning being written by my hand. I see the chapters of your life that ended in pain, the pages stained with disappointment, betrayal, and loss. You've questioned if those broken pieces were the final word over your destiny. But hear me clearly. They were never the end. They were the soil from which I am now cultivating a new story, one of redemption, hope, and victory. I am not repairing the old, nor am I patching up what was broken. I am crafting something entirely new, something unprecedented, something far greater than what you've lost. This new beginning is unfolding now, not later, not when you feel ready, but in this very moment, in the places where you thought life was over. I am breathing life into dreams you believed were dead, restoring vibrant colors to the gray landscapes of your heart, and speaking into the heavy silence that has weighed on your soul. The waiting is breaking. The seeds long buried are sprouting, and the silence is over. A sacred shift. The dawn of redemption. You bear the scars of battles fought, the weariness of burdens carried far longer than you thought possible. But those scars are not marks of failure. They are evidence of survival, proof that you stood firm when the winds raged and the ground trembled beneath you. You believed when belief felt foolish, hoped when hope seemed fragile, and stayed connected to me despite the storms. That faithfulness is why I am now writing a new chapter, one that will not mirror the pain of the past, but will radiate my glory in every detail. This new narrative is not defined by your weaknesses, but by my strength, not chained by your past, but freed by my promises. The grief you endured will make sense in the light of what I am bringing forth. Beauty will rise from ashes, and every broken place will become a testimony to my goodness, the goodness of the one who never let go. Do not fear the blank pages ahead. They are not empty because you failed. They are waiting for the story I am about to tell through you. A story of redemption so profound that even your greatest pain will bow to my greater purpose. Lift your eyes from what has been. Stop measuring your future by the pain of your past. I am not writing your story based on your failures, but on my unwavering love for you. I have seen every tear, heard every whispered prayer, and collected every hope you dared to hold on to. Now I say to you, rise. It is time to breathe again, to dream again, to walk boldly into what I have prepared. The past no longer holds authority over you. Regret no longer chains your feet. Fear no longer defines your borders. I am expanding the territory of your life, enlarging your vision, and awakening your soul to possibilities you thought were lost forever. Trusting the author, a journey beyond the past. Trust me as I turn the page. Trust me as I write the words you cannot yet see. Yes, there will be battles, but you will fight from a place of victory, not defeat. Challenges will come, but you will face them with a strength born from intimacy with me, not from striving in your own effort. You are entering a holy moment, a sacred beginning where past wounds lose their power and future promises take root. The old is left behind, and the new begins, not because you earned it, but because I have declared it. You are not standing in the ruins of a broken dream, but at the threshold of a beautiful unfolding. Step away from the old narratives. Refuse to rehearse regrets or camp around disappointments. I am writing something new, and I am the author who knows how to weave even the darkest threads into a tapestry of brilliance. This is not the end. It never was. It is the beginning sealed with my spirit, filled with promises that will not fail. You are stepping into a story of beauty, victory, and redemption. that only I, a God who loves perfectly and redeems completely, could author. My child, there has never been a moment when I looked at you and saw anything less than beautiful, valuable, and deeply loved. Even in seasons of self-doubt, even when you questioned your worth, I stood beside you, delighting in who you are, not because of your perfection, but because you are mine. I see beyond your struggles, fears, and mistakes. I see the spirit I formed with my hands, the heart I breathed life into, the destiny I sealed before your first breath. You are not a disappointment, a mistake, or a burden. You are a masterpiece in the making. Every brushstroke of your life, part of a greater picture you cannot fully see yet. Your worth in my eyes, unchanging and eternal. You have spent too long tying your worth to success or failure, believing your value fluctuated with others' opinions. But your worth is fixed, anchored in my eternal love, secured by my unchanging nature. I know the weight you've carried quietly, the silent battles you fought while wearing a smile, the sleepless nights when your heart was heavy with questions and fears. I've been present in every moment, closer than your breath, holding you even when you lacked the strength to hold on to me. You were never alone, not for a second. It is not your perfection that draws me to you. It is your heart, the way you turn to me even when you don't understand, the way you choose to believe despite doubt, the way you reach for me with trembling hands. These moments move my heart more than you can imagine. You've seen yourself through the lens of failure, but I see you through the lens of redemption. You've measured yourself by what you haven't done, but I measure you by what I am doing in and through you. You are a vessel of hope, a carrier of my spirit, an example of grace taking root in a willing heart. I am not waiting for you to be more polished or qualified. I am calling you now as you are, because I see the strength I placed within you, the flame that survived every storm, the resilience heaven celebrates. Come to me as you are, and let me continue the work I began. My plans for you have not changed despite delays, disappointments, or seasons of wondering if you missed your chance. My promises are alive, my calling irrevocable. I have been preparing you, strengthening your foundations for the glory I am about to reveal through your life. Letting go of lies, embracing my truth. Release the self-criticism that whispers, "You are not enough." Let go of self-imposed timelines that say you are too late. Silence the fear that you will fail again. Those voices do not come from me. I speak a better word over you, a word of life, purpose, and destiny fulfilled. Listen to my voice. Let it drown out the echoes of the past. Come closer, my beloved, and hear the songs I sing over you. Songs of victory, renewal, and beginnings greater than the endings that tried to break you. Sit with me in surrender, not striving. Let me heal the tender places. Breathe courage into your weary soul, and remind you of who you are. You are standing at the edge of a new beginning, not dependent on your strength, but on mine. You will see my hand move in ways you dared not dream. Watch my promises break forth like the dawn after a long night, and walk through doors you thought were closed forever, not by striving, but by trusting. I know the weight of sorrow you've carried, the moments you wondered if pain would ever end, if brokenness would ever mend, if questions would ever find answers. I saw you in the dark corners where hope felt fragile, heard your silent cries when words failed, and counted every tear as a sacred seed for your future. None of it was wasted, unseen, or meaningless. Pain was never my desire, but in a fractured world, it touches every journey. Yet I never allow pain without purpose. I redeem what the enemy meant for harm, using what was meant to break you to build something stronger, deeper, and more beautiful within you. The purpose of pain: preparation for glory. Your suffering was not punishment. It was preparation. It was not a sign of my absence, but of my active work, carving out space for greater compassion, wisdom, and anointing. Strength emerged through endurance, courage was born in the face of fear, and faith deepened when sight was stripped away. I didn't cause your heartbreak, but I stood with you in it. I didn't initiate the storm, but I anchored you through it. I have been nearer than your breath in every trembling moment, gathering every shattered piece with tenderness this world cannot comprehend. You've asked why certain doors closed, why prayers seemed unanswered, why dreams were delayed. I answer with eternal truth. Some doors closed because they were too small for the destiny I planned. Some prayers seemed unanswered because I was orchestrating something better than you knew to ask for. Some dreams were reshaped because their foundations could not support what I was preparing to pour into your life. Pain was not a detour, but a doorway into deeper dependence on me, into revelations you wouldn't have received if everything had gone your way. Pain pushed you into prayer, carved wells in your spirit now filling with living water, and stripped away the superficial so the eternal could take root. Every tear watered seeds of destiny. Every moment of brokenness fertilized the soil of purpose. Every unanswered question set the stage for a revelation greater than the answers you sought. You were being prepared, stretched, and strengthened. Your heart was enlarged to carry burdens for others, to intercede with authority, to lead with compassion born of experience. From wounds to healing, a ministry of redemption. The areas where you bled will become the places where others find healing. The battles that nearly broke you will become testimonies that set captives free. You will minister from lived resurrection, not distant theory. Having tasted loss, you will carry the sweetness of hope like a fragrance. This is the power of redemption, the beauty I bring from ashes. If you could see what I see, you would bless the breaking. Thank me for the moments that brought you to your knees, for the nights when all you had was a whisper of faith. Those moments drove your roots deep, wove eternity into your soul, and laid unseen foundations strong enough to carry the calling I am placing on your life. You thought you were being buried, but you were being planted. You thought you were losing, but you were gaining strength invisible to human eyes. You thought you were forgotten, but you were hidden in my hand, safe and shaped for a greater revealing. The season of hiddenness was not punishment. It was preservation, protection, and preparation. Trust that what I have allowed, I will redeem. Nothing will be wasted. Everything, every loss, every tear, every ache, is being woven into a tapestry that radiates my glory. You are stronger because of what you survived, wiser because of what you endured, more compassionate because of the wounds I have healed. You are being lifted beyond the limits pain tried to set, walking into a future, not in spite of your pain, but because of what I have done through it. Let go of bitterness, regrets, and the false belief that pain was proof of my absence. I have always been with you, leading you into a future filled with hope, where even your deepest sorrows will serve a purpose beyond your imagination. The dawn of fulfillment, signs of the new season. The long night you've walked through is ending. I have seen your faithfulness in the silence, your persistence in the unseen, your worship in the waiting. Every seed planted in tears, every prayer whispered in the dark, has been watched over and collected in my hands. Now, the first rays of a new dawn are breaking over your life. The season you've hoped for, prayed for, and dared to believe for is no longer a distant promise. It is here, unfolding even now in ways you cannot always see yet. Soon, what was hidden will be visible. What was underground will break through the surface. What seemed delayed will accelerate at my word. Every act of faith, no matter how small, has been recorded, and I am a rewarder of those who diligently seek me. You did not labor in vain, believe in vain, or pray in vain. Watch for the signs. They will begin small, like the first leaf of a changing season. You will feel a shift in the atmosphere, Notice doors creaking open where they were once firmly closed. Sense my favor resting where there was only resistance. Pay attention to the alignments I am bringing. Some will seem insignificant, but they are the first drops of a coming rain. Unexpected opportunities will arise, divinely arranged. Conversations you thought were forgotten will resurface with new life. Dreams buried under layers of disappointment will stir again. These are not accidents. They are signals that the promises are awakening, that the season of manifestation is near. There will also be pruning, not to take from you, but to make room for greater fruit. Some relationships, assignments, and pursuits will fade. Release them with peace, trusting that I know what must remain and what must be removed for the new mantle I am placing upon you. Divine acceleration, the time of manifestation. You will notice an acceleration. Things that once dragged slowly will move swiftly. Delays that wore you down will dissolve without warning. What took years in past seasons will unfold in months. Not because of your striving, but because of my sovereign timing. I have been aligning people, places, resources, and timing while you waited. Now, the pieces are falling into place. Expect unusual favor, divine appointments, answers to prayers you stopped praying aloud, confirmations that leave no doubt of my hand, doors you never knocked on, invitations you didn't orchestrate, and influence you couldn't achieve by natural means. Even as the signs appear, stay rooted in me. Do not be distracted by the blessings. Be anchored by the blesser. Keep your eyes on me, not the miracles. Keep your heart tender, not entitled. The signs point to my goodness, not your greatness, and are invitations to deeper intimacy, not excuses for independence. This is the fulfillment of promises made to a heart that dared to believe when it hurt, when it was hard, when it seemed hopeless. A chapter filled with redemption, restoration, and recompense. You will see my hand move in your family, finances, dreams, and destiny, but most importantly, in your heart. Healing, renewing, empowering you to carry more than you ever thought possible. The signs are beginning now. Look for them with expectation, not fear. Receive them with humility, not hesitation. Rejoice over each one, no matter how small, for every small beginning is a doorway to greater things. You have waited well, trusted well, and now you will see what I can do when faith meets my faithfulness. Walking in the new, a life of intimacy and obedience. As you step into the unfolding of these promises, do not lose the posture of trust that carried you here. The doors are opening, the season is shifting, but your daily dependence on me must deepen. Walk by faith, not just celebrate by sight. Each day, begin with me. Before checking progress, before responding to opportunities, pause and seek my face. In my presence, you will find clarity for decisions, peace for uncertainties, and wisdom for the paths ahead. Intimacy with me will help you discern which doors are mine and which are distractions. Build your days around my voice. Let my word be the foundation of your mornings and the meditation of your nights. When my word is alive in you, it becomes your compass when feelings fluctuate, your strength when doubts creep in, your reminder when the journey stretches long. Practice quick obedience. When I whisper, move. When I lead, follow. When I nudge, trust. Small obediences build a path to greater breakthroughs, strengthening the bridge of faith that carries you into new territories. Obedience is not a burden, but a light yoke that keeps you in step with me. Stay humble. Favor can open doors only I could open, but humility will keep you standing once you walk through them. Success tests character more than struggle. Guard your heart against pride. Remember that every good thing comes from my hand. Walk low even as I lift you high. Serve with joy. Love without reservation. Give generously. The blessings I pour out are meant to flow through you, not just to you. Keep your spirit tender. In the busyness of new opportunities, don't lose sensitivity to my spirit. Stay reliant on me, keeping worship at the center of your life. A posture of exalting me above circumstances, magnifying me above problems, celebrating my goodness even before every breakthrough is visible. Guarding your peace, a weapon for the journey. Protect your peace fiercely. The enemy cannot stop what I have ordained, but he will try to distract, confuse, and weary your soul. Maintain your peace by staying anchored in my promises. When anxiety knocks, answer with faith. When fear whispers, respond with declarations of my truth. Choose to believe what I have said over what you see. Trust my timing over your impatience. Peace is not passive. It is a weapon that secures your soul. Be wise in your connections. Not everyone is assigned to walk with you into this season. Some voices will fuel your faith. Others will feed your fear. Discern who is aligned with my heart for you. Build community with those who sharpen your vision, pray with you, and encourage your calling. As I send new people into your life, be willing to release what I am pruning away. Release with love, embrace with wisdom. Rest in my sufficiency. The tasks ahead will stretch your faith, but you are not called to carry the weight alone. I am your strength, provider, and guide. When the load feels heavy, lean deeper into me. When the path feels uncertain, trust that I have already made the way. Celebrate every small victory. Rejoice over the first fruits as much as the full harvest. Gratitude keeps your heart healthy, positioning you for more. Thank me not only for the open doors, but for the lessons learned in the waiting. Not only for the victories, but for the resilience built in the battles. A thankful heart sees my hand even in the ordinary, even in the unfinished. Above all, remember that this journey is about walking with me. The greatest treasure is not the promises fulfilled but my presence experienced along the way. Let your first pursuit be intimacy with me, and everything else will fall perfectly into place. Seeing yourself through my eyes. A new identity. It is time to see yourself as I have always seen you, not through the cracked lenses of past wounds, the distorted mirrors of human opinion, or the fog of fear and failure, but through the clear gaze of my eternal love. You are not who your failures suggest, nor who your fears whisper you might become. You are who I declared you to be from the beginning, and nothing you've walked through has changed that truth. You are my masterpiece, formed intentionally, crafted carefully, anointed with purpose, chosen because I delighted to call you mine. Before the world laid expectations on you, before life placed scars upon you, I stamped my identity onto your spirit. Beloved, redeemed, called, victorious. The names others have tried to give you, failure, inadequate, unworthy, have no authority. I call you loved, strong, chosen, my own. I am severing the grip of those false labels, restoring the identity written over your life long before rejection or fear touched you. You've allowed the past to define too much of your present, measuring your worth by missed opportunities, mistakes, and others' opinions. But I, who see the end from the beginning, base your worth on my heart for you. Lift your head, my precious one. You are not a project to be fixed, but a treasure to be revealed. Not a mistake to be hidden, but a testimony to be displayed. I take the broken and make them beautiful, the rejected and set them in places of honor, the weary and clothe them with strength. You are not behind, disqualified, or forgotten. You are perfectly positioned for what I have prepared. Your scars do not disqualify you. They qualify you as a wounded healer, one who knows what it is to bleed and still believe, to see the valley and still climb the mountain. Stepping into your calling, boldness and authority. Stop waiting to feel ready to step into what I have for you. You are ready because I am with you, equipped because my spirit is within you, strong because my strength is made perfect in your weakness. Let go of shame, regret, and fear. I am rewriting the narrative, resetting your heart, lifting your head to see what I have always seen. A beloved child full of potential, carrying a destiny no power in hell can cancel. You will walk not as a beggar desperate for approval, but as a child confident in my love. Speak not from past wounds, but from my healing. Dream not from desperation, but from divine inspiration. Move not in fear, but in faith. This restoration is complete and eternal. I am not offering a moment of relief, but a lifetime of renewal. Not patching up your identity, but restoring it to its original glory. You will no longer define yourself by past pain, but by my present power. No longer see yourself through rejection, but through redemption. No longer walk weighed down by shame, but lifted by grace. You are mine, chosen. Enough because I am your sufficiency. Beloved beyond measure, not for what you do, but for who you are. Stand tall in your true identity. Step forward without apology. Shine without fear. Speak without hesitation. Love without restraint. You were created for such a time as this, and I will be faithful to see you through every step. This is the real you, free, whole, empowered by my spirit, anchored in my truth, radiant with my love, the you I have seen all along. Stewarding the new, staying rooted in me now. As I lift you into new spaces and deeper waters, remaining connected to my heart is more critical than ever. Promises fulfilled must be stewarded with intimacy, not distance. Victory must be maintained by surrender, not striving. You cannot walk in the new without being rooted in me anew every day. Start your days in my presence. Before the world demands your attention, come to me, not out of ritual but relationship. Sit quietly. Let me speak. Let me fill you before you pour out. A few moments of a surrendered heart will strengthen you more than hours navigating without me. Let prayer become like breathing, natural, constant, essential. Speak to me about the small things. Invite me into your decisions, frustrations, hopes, and tasks. I am not a distant king to be summoned in emergencies, but your closest companion, dearest friend, faithful shepherd. Listen for my whispers in the stillness. Trust that I am closer than you realize. Stay anchored in my word, your map, sword, guardrail, and wellspring. Let it shape your thoughts, define your identity, sustain you when emotions falter and circumstances shift. Declare my promises louder than fear's lies. Guard your heart with vigilance. Not everyone will understand your path. Not every voice should have access to your spirit. Choose your company wisely. Surround yourself with those who call you higher. Fan the flame of faith. Remind you of my words when weariness settles. Isolation makes you vulnerable. Community strengthens you. Seek fellowship with those who honor my presence and truth. Practice gratitude daily. It keeps your spirit tender, your vision clear, protects against entitlement, and turns waiting rooms into worship rooms. Walk humbly. Success can seduce your heart into self-reliance, but humility keeps you grounded in grace. Every good thing is a testimony of my faithfulness, not your effort. Stay small in your own eyes. Serve even when celebrated. Love even when misunderstood. Give even when blessed. Stay sensitive to my spirit. I will lead you into unexpected places, prompt you to speak when uncomfortable, ask you to wait when you want to run. Sensitivity is cultivated by obedience. Obey quickly, trusting. I see the whole landscape when you see only steps ahead. Facing resistance. Armed for victory. Expect resistance, but do not fear it. Every new level brings new battles, but you are not empty-handed. You carry the sword of the Spirit, the shield of faith, covered by the blood of the Lamb, armed with the authority of my name. Stand firm when opposition comes. Speak my word louder than fear. Worship louder than worry. Trust that I have gone before you, securing victories you have yet to see. Rest when I say rest, move when I say move. You are not called to burn out, but to burn brightly. Rest is wisdom, a surrender that trusts my timing, pacing, and ways. Above all, intimacy with me is the wellspring of everything you need. Dreams and victories are beautiful, but without me, they are empty. Make me your first pursuit, not the promises. Make my presence your home, not the rewards. When you seek my kingdom and righteousness first, all things will be added. But your greatest treasure will always be me. Build your life on the unshakable rock of my word and presence, and you will walk in this new beginning with power, peace, and unshakable joy. The shift is here, stepping into fulfillment. The shift you've prayed for, longed for, waited for is not coming. It is here. You are no longer in the hallway of delay, but at the threshold of fulfillment. The seasons of preparation, though hidden and painful, were sacred, forging resilience and dependence on me that no storm can steal. What you carry now, faith refined by fire, hope anchored in unseen promises, is what you need for the doors I am opening. I am bringing sudden shifts. The immovable will move. The dead will stir with life. Opportunities will arise where none existed. Paths will clear where obstacles stood, and long delays will be expedited by my hand. Do not be surprised when favor surrounds you like a shield, when doors open you didn't know existed. These are my fingerprints on your story. I have seen your faithfulness in the fields no one noticed, your worship when no breakthrough came, your trust when the cost felt high. Heaven has recorded every moment, weighed every sacrifice, and now releases rewards received by grace, a harvest of promises kept because of my faithfulness. Get ready for realignment. Some things will no longer fit. Dreams will be reshaped. Relationships will shift. Trust the pruning. I am removing what hinders, positioning what helps, sending people to pour into you. Speak life over your destiny, and run with you into what I have prepared. A new boldness. Walking in divine authority. A new boldness will rise within you, not arrogance, but holy confidence. You will walk into rooms you once feared, speak into spaces you felt too small for, carry authority you thought was for others, not by your strength, but by the power of my Spirit. My anointing is increasing over your life. Your voice will carry weight. Your prayers will shake atmospheres. Your presence will shift environments because of who you carry within you. When the enemy whispers fear, that it's too much, you're not ready, not worthy, silence him with truth. You move by my mandate, not your merit. The doors I open, no man can shut. The assignments I release you into, no enemy can block. Expect sudden testimonies, answered prayers you nearly gave up on, fulfillment in unexpected packages, better than you hoped. Trust my creativity and timing. I know how to weave every detail into a masterpiece. This is not just personal blessing, but generational impact. What I do in you will ripple into lives around you and generations you may never meet. The battles you fought were for those coming behind you. Your breakthrough is birthing legacy. Stay positioned in worship, rooted in my word, flexible in my hands. I am doing a new thing. Can you not perceive it? I am making ways in the wilderness, streams in the wasteland. Places of dryness will become wells. Barren areas will bear fruit. Dead dreams will resurrect with new vision. The time of dancing, a future of triumph. The time of mourning is ending. The time of dancing is beginning. Shake off the remnants of disappointment. Lay down the weight of old grief. Lift your eyes and see. The King of Glory is moving on your behalf. I am writing a new beginning, and no power of darkness can undo what I have set into motion. Move forward without fear, with expectation, knowing the God who promised is faithful to perform. This is your time, your moment, the beginning of greater things I have spoken over your life. You will not have to fight to prove you belong. You will simply walk in and watch me fulfill every word. Slow your spirit and listen. I am here, closer than your breath, surrounding you with my presence, drawing near to the deepest places within you. This is a holy meeting, an invitation to lay down what you were never meant to carry and simply be, known, loved, made new. Remove the armor of fear, striving, and self-reliance. Take off the masks you wore to survive. Come to me, vulnerable and real, for it is in your surrender that my spirit moves with power. Let me touch your hidden wounds, breathe life into numb places, reignite dreams you feared to believe in again, an encounter with transformation, made new in my presence. I am not here to shame you for your battles, but to heal you from them, not to demand perfection, but to perfect what you surrender. Feel my spirit resting upon you, lifting the weight of shame, loosening the chains of regret, washing over every weary part with the river of my love. I am the faithful Father running to meet you, wrapping you in robes of righteousness, placing a ring of authority on your finger, declaring you are home, whole, mine. Freedom comes not through effort, but through encounter. Where my spirit is, there is liberty from voices that said you were not enough, from chains of fear, from lies that your failures disqualified you. Let me rewrite the inner narratives holding you captive. You are not who the enemy said you were, not limited by your last mistake, not disqualified by detours. I define you, beloved, restored, powerful in me. The same spirit that raised Jesus from the dead dwells in you, breathing life into dead places, calling forth strength where weakness ruled, birthing hope where despair took root. Breathe deeply. Inhale my grace. Exhale striving. Inhale my truth. Exhale lies. Inhale my peace. Exhale anxiety. You are safe, held, being made new. This is not temporary relief, but the beginning of lasting transformation. Unveiling who you truly are in me, stepping into your identity as my child, clothed in strength, crowned with purpose, filled with power. You will walk out lighter, stronger, freer, more alive, carrying my presence into every room, a living testimony of being touched by heaven, marked by grace, transformed by love. Linger in my presence. Let the healing sink deeper, the love fill every hollow space, the truth anchor you beyond old fears. I am the potter, shaping something beautiful, eternal, powerful. This encounter changes everything, not because you perform better, but because you believe you are deeply loved. Not because you earn more favor, but because you live from the favor already given. Not because you fight harder, but because you fight from victory in me. Rise in newness, freedom, authority, in the certainty that my spirit is alive within you. The old has gone, the new has come, and this transformation is just the beginning of a life filled with my glory. You are stepping into a brand new beginning, carrying the fingerprints of my love and the power of my promises. Do not look back or measure your future by past failures. I am not using your past to build your future, but my plans, purposes, and unshakable promises. Lift your eyes and see the new springing up. Lift your heart and believe the best is ahead. Not because of your striving, but because of my sovereign grace. A story of triumph, sealed by my love. Walk boldly, freely, with confidence that you are fully held, loved, chosen. I have gone before you to prepare the way, strengthened you for the battles ahead, equipped you for the victories to come. Your story is not ending in defeat, but rising into a testimony of triumph, a story only heaven could have written. This is your moment, your time, your new beginning, sealed by my love, secured by my hand, destined for my glory. Before you leave this moment, let the word you've received become a seed to sow into others. Share it freely. Speak it boldly. Release it without fear. Many stand on the edge of their own breakthrough, waiting for a word of hope to awaken what lies buried within them. As you give away what you have received, I will multiply it, not only in their lives, but in yours. Stay connected to my heart, keep listening for my voice, and know that together we are writing a story that will echo through eternity.